Yo, what's going on, homies? Shichibokai stumped back for the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving into Treasure Map versus Vergo to Super Evolve Monet with the no new badge, no new unit, all that fun stuff team that doesn't use any of the worldwide celebration units as well as the new Tashigi and that particular Treasure Map batch. Now, I did put out a summoning video and I said, like, let me know what you guys want to see. I'll probably put together this particular video. We'll do something with the worldwide anniversary units with maybe a little bit more points. And then I'll sort of dive into what my teams actually look like. Most people won't be summoning on the Treasure Map banner, so like my teams might be like, I might turn that into a short, to be honest, and then we just do like the playthrough. But I know a lot of people did summon on the worldwide celebration, so let me know what you guys want to see down below. I'll try and put out a short as well, or maybe even put together something for a final boss and intrusion boss team that doesn't use any of the Tashigi as a friend captain, so we might look into that. But let me know down below what you guys want to see there. Today, we're focusing on no new characters except for Tashigi as a friend captain. Tashigi as a friend captain just brings like so many more points. If you can't find Tashigi friend captains, honestly, it's probably like worth it to sort of jump into the Grand Line rather than the New World. Otherwise, hit up the Discords and stuff like that and see if you can find some Tashigi friend captains. So we're going to start it off with the first mini boss, which is actually Rock and Scotch. Hilarious, Rock and Scotch. The two like Yeti people. So damn funny. On this fight, they recommend using S-Bear, but we want to use S-Bear later in the fights. Everyone gets the good stuff, and then you have to deal with bomb slots, weak to fighters, 2 turns of attack down, normal attacks only, a 3-turn very difficult to hit perfect slots, and then 1 super bomb orb barrier. So team we're rocking looks like this. We're utilizing Kuzan and his shenanigans, and then basically the rest of the team is built up around barrier penetration. Kuzan is a great wave clearer, so you can just like bink him turn 1, bink him turn 2, because you are running obviously a friend captain. You're getting a lot of cooldowns, and you get an orb boost and an attack boost on the final stage. But I did bring Brook as well, just because like I didn't like put Brook on any other team. And what this does is it opens up the door to use one of the Kuzan specials on the final stage, just to give you a chain boundary, so you can do a little bit more damage. The only character we're using here on the final stage is, what we're doing on the final stage is super swapping with Ace and Sabo. I brought Ace and Sabo because they have barrier pen, and when you super swap with them, you get a 2.25 color affinity buff. So that's literally the only reason they're here. You can replace them with anyone else. The Baccarat unit, again, just here for the barrier penetration. They're a booster. But you could easily just throw on like Luffy and Lucci here. You could use Zorakaku, any of those types of worldwide celebration characters too. We have Hiyori here for the Wano Orb generation and the attack down removal support. On to the second fight against Brownbeard. Brownbeard's weak to Sober Mask and Kuma, but we want to use Sober Mask at the end, and I'm assuming no one has Kuma because he came out on a banner that most people should have skipped. Cerebral, Powerhouse, and I think it's Free Spirit. Is it Free Spirit? Yeah. Oh no, Fighter. Fighter, Cerebral, and Powerhouse characters get the good stuff. Brownbeard's weak to Powerhouse units, and then your captain gets binded, your captain gets slot binded, your captains get despaired, and then there is Burn and Pain, as well as normal attacks only. So what we're doing here is we're using Alba. Alba is immune to Bind, Despair, pretty much everything really. Bind, Despair, Special Bind, Special Reverse, and Paralysis. He does still get Slot Bind, which at the end of the day, like, we don't really care about because like he's not really doing that much damage. But the way he gets around all those nice debuffs is actually really nice, and then obviously he boosts Powerhouse characters as well. We have Zoro here to double wave clear. He just basically binks turn 1, but binks turn 2. He's a strength unit as well, which is great because as you can see, we're using one of every type. We are using the fun stuff that is our Sengoku special. Sengoku gives you a 4 times attack boost and orb boost to one selected character, and then with the Akainu support, you actually get a chain lock as well. Slap that onto Jack. Wham bam, thank you man. Bob's your uncle. You can just basically bink off this turn by hitting with any unit and then into Jack, and Jack should just absolutely clean house. Brownbeard shouldn't survive too much, and obviously with the Powerhouse weakness, it's all a lot of fun. On to the next fight against who are we fighting? Law. Law, they want to use Monet and the new Doflamingo 6+. God forbid anyone has Doflamingo 6+. Like, I'm just like, you lucky. Either lucky sons of bitches, or like, damn, if you chase that, you're crazy. Slasher, Shooter, and Driven get all the good stuff. On battle 3, Law's weak to Driven characters. You get Special Bound, block orbs, normal attacks only, and your top row gets despaired. So this is the team we're rocking. We're using Double Dofi, the original Doflamingo, not the 6+ version. If you can find a 6+ version, just bring the friend captain that's a 6+. It's a big reason I wanted to use Doflamingo for this particular fight, because I wanted to highlight you can just run them hybrid and it works out pretty nicely. Dofi's going to be a wave clearer, because if you have a Kaido or a basically any of the Doflamingo pirates as well as Caesar, you can use his superclass to get a full wave clear. And not only do you get a wave clear, but you also get 1 turn of cooldown for your driven characters. That allows you to get Caesar ready to go, who can remove 5 turns of despair on the final stage and give you a chain boundary. Doflamingo removes the special bind, and I believe, just going off the wording of this, you get special bound first, and there's The reason they want you to bring Doflamingo, and then obviously Monet, who can remove the Despair. You should be able to remove the special bind first. Then we've got Kanjuro here just because he's a point booster. Kaido with the ulti support for that extra Despair removal. And then I have the Momo unit to start with a full board of Wano slots. So that way you don't have to worry about the block orbs, and at the end of the day, you don't have to rotate orbs with Dofi. Dofi rotates block orbs as well, but we realistically just want to try and use as little specials as possible. And having the Wano orbs just helps out a lot here. You're getting a chain boundary with Caesar. Dofi can be your attack and orb booster. Hell, you can use Kaido if you want to, whichever's faster, really. Use Kaido for an attack and orb boost on himself. Moving on to the finals mini boss against Caesar Clown. Caesar Clown, they want you to use Mr. One and Ryogoku. Quick Psy and Int characters get all the good stuff. Weak to slashes. Your top row gets stunned, and your top row also get what orbs do they get? Block orbs. Normal attacks only, full immunity except for defense down, and then there are 6 turns of damage reduction as well as a 2-slot orb barrier for tandem slots. So team we're rocking looks like this. It's a bit of a wonky one, but it's built up around Carrot. Now Carrot can bypass defensive effects for the first certain amount of turns. She's amazing for treasure map. She's just a fantastic 6+. Has type advantage and obviously a slasher as well. She's going to bypass the defensive effects pretty nicely. And then what we can do is on turn 2, we can use Toki to give her the Toki effect. So she's immune to the stun. And then she can also get the attack and orb boost at a 3.5 times, which means that she's just basically going to kill nice and easy for us. We have Izo Kiku for a chain lock and wave clear on turn 2. Zoro to wave clear turn 1. And then Luffy's just here as a point boosting placeholder. Moving on to the fun stuff now, the final boss fight as well as the mini boss. The final boss fight, obviously they want you to use the 3 recommended characters. Cerebrals, Slashes, and Free Spirit characters get the good stuff. On turn 2, you have to deal with Despair, Special Reverse on your top row for 5 turns. You get 3 turns of a very low attack down, unfavorable orbs, full immunity, and then your crewmate take 2 turns of Special Reverse plus there's full immunity. On battle 3, there's 3 enemies, including the final boss. And with this, your top row will get silenced. The enemy's weak to Cerebral. And the silence is a bit annoying, but we have a pretty easy way to get around that with the 6+ that released for this particular month. There's 5 turns of Paralysis, 7 turns of Special Binds, unfavorable orbs, full immunity, and then lock target. So you have to basically target the main boss there. So what we're doing here is we're utilizing this particular team. Was the enemy immune to everything on the final stage? Yeah, full immunity. So that's interesting. So the team we're using looks like this. We wanted to bring Monet, we wanted to bring S-Bear because we're getting 1.4, and then Sober Mask can actually be a 1.35 times booster. On turn 2, we're going to use the super swap of, what's it called? Of Carrot and... Well, we're not really going to use the super swap. We're just going to use their special, really. Their special is going to give an orb buff and gives 3 turns of cooldown, which is really, really nice because then you can get past your Sailor cooldowns, and then you can also use the Monet special to get around the Despair. You can also use the Tashigi superclass first because we have Zoro on the team to remove that attack down or the attack boost at 1.1. So you can use Tashigi, remove that, and then you can use the super swap of Carrot and Wanda, get an attack boost for the entire crew, and then basically kill from there. And because you get an orb buff, it'll auto-proc Tashigi on the final stage, which then bypasses the silence. You can also use the, not the jump ability, it's the like invisibility ability of Sober Mask to bypass this silence effect as well. So then that way you can use the Sober Mask special on the final stage. Tashigi's going to auto-proc. Hell, you can use, well, Tashigi, like, she gets 5 turns of cooldown, so like it's a little bit annoying. You're not really going to have her special ready to go. Hell, you probably won't even have Sober Mask special ready to go. Well, you will because of Zoro, but yeah, it's a little bit annoying that 5 turns of special rewinds. Yeah, you get 3 because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you do Powerhouse, so you get 3, and then you should move into the final stage. You get another 2. Once you move into the final stage, we're going to use Zoro for the paralysis removal. Zoro here obviously will fully charge the Sober Mask special as well. So if Sober Mask is ready to go, use Sober Mask first for the attack boost, and then use Zoro, and Zoro will fully charge Sober Mask, and then you can use Sober Mask again. You get a full board of tandem orbs with that. Zoro boosts the paralysis, and then S-Bear, he's sort of just here to look pretty. He doesn't really do anything for the team. If I'm looking at this, does he do anything at all? No, I think he does. Tashigi's removing the special binds. We're obviously rotating block the orbs there. Unfavorable slots might be a problem, but like super swapping with Carrot and Wanda, which should give us some orbs. Yeah, and then using Esper, it's just like he's just here just to again look pretty. There's no defensive effects, no attack down, no nothing like that. So Gives you type advantage for shooter characters and fighters, but like I don't even think we have any shooters or fighters on this team. So that's kind of funny. Obviously, Esper and Sobermask won't be getting buffed on this particular team, but I feel like with the extra damage that the Sobermask's like invisibility ability does, I feel like you should be able to kill one of the back units with just the Sobermask jump ability. But we'll have to see and wait and see what the damage looks like. You could throw on a support here as well. Like you could easily throw on like Doflamingo, for example, just to get a little bit more damage on this final stage. So that way you're hitting a little bit harder, because remember, like you are going to get like target locked onto Virgo. So you're going to want to try and have something to sort of just hit a little bit harder. You only have one unit that has type advantage, so like that's a bit of a problem. But Tashigi, like she's hitting very, very hard, and I feel like this is definitely going to work up into at least the milestone rewards, which is what most of you guys should be going for. Moving on to the Monet fight herself for the 5+. They want you to use the two main slashes in Mihawk and Alba, as well as Tashigi, and then Dex Quick Psychics, get all the good stuff. You have Binder on your left hand column, Special Bound on your right, and then there is full body quick orbs, and then they make all the type orbs unfavorable for 5 turns. Normal attacks only, and then full immunity. On the final stage, Monet's half int and half quick. She has weak to slashes, and then she gives you special bind, attack down, removes your beneficial effects. She turns all orbs into quick, which remember will be unfavorable. Normal attacks only, delay immunity, and then has 7 turns of defense up whilst having 6 turns of threshold. So very annoying stuff, but the team we put together looks like this. And we are again using the Sobermask, Monet, and the Esper, which is great because it's going to give you guys a lot of points. We slapped on the Zoro rare recruit from like the very first Treasure Map Legend banner. The reason we're using a Zoro is to get the Tashigi super type. And then we have Carrot and Nami here to remove the bind and the special bind on turn 2. So on turn 2, you can swap with, as long as Nami and Carrot on the right hand side, you can swap with them, use their special. It removes the special bind, it should remove the bind, and you're pretty much good there. You can then jump with Sobermask. Obviously, Sobermask then is immune to everything as well, and move into the final stage that way. Monet is not really doing anything for this particular team. She's really just looking pretty here, but what we are doing with her is utilizing the Virgo support. So when you use her special, Virgo actually gives herself an orb buff, which then should auto trigger the Tashigi special for the final stage. I believe that's how Tashigi works anyway. I don't have loot break material, so I can't test her. So I'm just assuming if you get an orb buff, it'll just auto proc that on the next turn. So that's the main upside to the Virgo support, but you can do other ways to get that as well. On the final stage, we have the triple special activation of Esper. Make sure you have this guy maxed out. Like, he's very, very important that you have this ability maxed out. You need to limit break expand him. So that way you get 6 turns of attack down, because he does 2, 2, and 2. And then he does 3 turns of defense up and 3 turns of threshold, because he has 1, 1, and 1. He also gives color affinity, but we don't, again, care about that. And then with the help of Zoro, who can remove 6 turns of threshold, which is very, very nice, and the help of the Brook and then tapping with Conus first, means that we should be able to remove all of the defense up there. And yeah, it works very, very nicely, because the defense is only 6 turns, I believe. No, the defense is 7 turns. Oh, well, we only have 6. I got my wires a little bit crossed. I believe I was under the impression that it was only 6 turns of defense up. Interesting. Easy fix though, we have a 1.25 booster in the Treasure Map Zoro, the free-to-play version, so we have to use a support rare recruit, but look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Using Zoro here, he'll remove 2 turns of threshold. We're already removing 3 with Esper, and then the double special activation of Zoro is going to allow us to get the 4 turns, which gives us 7, even though we need 6. And then the Kyoshiro support gives us actually a nice chain boost as well, as removing 4 turns of defense up. With that, you actually don't need the Conus support. Like, you can just remove Conus and you're absolutely fine. And then if you want to, you can remove Brook onto Sanji, and then use a different support on Nami and Carrot for like orb buffing. Like Vivi would probably work a little bit nicer. But yeah, that's the team that we're going to be rocking for the no new batch and no new character list. I will be testing these teams, don't stress. I probably won't test the full run for the Worldwide Celebration video, but make sure to check that out if you guys are waiting on that. But while you're down in the comment section, make sure to bell the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, whether you guys are in this beautiful world, please enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Lights!